Shalom and welcome to 2 Minutes of Torah. This year is entitled Eternity of Esther and Purim, Part 3. We raised two questions in the previous year. Number one, why, according to the Rambam, does Purim and Megilat Estrher have such unique status that even in Mot Mashiach and other Sefroim Tanakh will not have the same status as they do now? Esther will. And second question we asked is about the interesting Gemara about Mordechai abusing Haman when he took him for a ride on the horse. It's an entertaining Gemara, but it sounds very difficult. Why was he abusing him? The bottom line is just going to go ahead and make him crazier and wanted to kill the Jews even more. So we started in the second shiur. We mentioned the Gemara in Yud Gimel on base, where Haman had a very good plan how to go ahead and destroy the Jewish people, convince Achashverosh of his mission, and he worked on it slowly. He did research, and we mentioned that that's a dangerous rush. Every rush, of course, who wants to hurt the Jews is dangerous. But some could go ahead and kill a few of us, which is a horror, and some could have a plan to wipe out a whole nation. They could kill millions of us. A rush who's thought out, who's patient. That is the most dangerous kind. That was Hitler, and Haman was that way as well. He went ahead, he slowly sold Achashverosh on the plan, and then he went ahead and he carried it out. And we see even when Mordechai did not bow down to Haman, Haman was crazed by it. He couldn't take it. He went to his family, he was screaming at them. His whole life was worthless to him, and still he didn't kill Mordechai on the spot. Why? Because he knew Achashverosh would behead him for that. He had no right to kill anyone on his own. So he was so patient and he was in control. And he was slowly going through his plan to exterminate the Jewish people, chas v'shalom. So we're wondering, speculation, that maybe Mordechai, when he had the opportunity to go ahead and play around with Haman, that's exactly what he was doing. He was playing around with him. He was playing with his mind. He was making him crazy. You think you're anything special? You were just a poor barber. You were nothing. You didn't have any money. Don't think you have millions of dollars, and therefore you were so great. You're a worker. You earned your living. You worked hard for your living, kol hakavod, but don't go ahead and get carried away with yourself and all your money and your power. It's a facade. And he was putting him down. Then he kicked him. And he made him feel like garbage. He wanted to make him enraged purposely. Why? So that he would not stay under control. Because it was dangerous. His control was dangerous. And then all of a sudden Esther invites him to the party, just him and Achashverosh and Esther. So then they're playing with him by bringing him to the heights. So he was like a yo-yo in Mordechai and Esther's hands. And this is all part of a strategy to set him off balance. In addition, of course, to try to get Achashverosh to back off with his plan and let the Jews stay alive. They were coming from a lot of different angles. And but we're focused right now on what they did with Haman. So we're proposing that Mordechai was bringing Haman down very, very, very low to a place where he just couldn't handle, and he would unleash his terror in an irrational way, which would bring him down. Esther went ahead and bring him up to a very high place, and he would just not be stable. And it was his stability that really was causing the potential chas v'shalom for these to die. Obviously, it's God's decree up above, but in terms of down here in Olam Hazeh, that was a major part of the problem. So in the fourth part series, B'yetz Hashem, we're going to analyze how all these things come together to make Esther, Megillat Estrher and Purim, the eternal book, the eternal Megillah, and the eternal holiday. Shalom.